of the program, the various activities that are going to be held this evening. First, we have a speech, a welcome speech by the Deputy Mayor of Frederiksberg Municipality. You know, Frederiksberg Municipality has always been a key partner in organizing Africa Day. So the Deputy Mayor, Mrs. Catherine Lester, will take the floor and welcome you to this wonderful premises of Frederiksberg City Hall. After by the Deputy Mayor, there will be a keynote address by the representative of the Foreign Ministry of Denmark, State Secretary, Mr. Kim Jorgensen. He will take the floor to talk to you because, as you know, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is our first partner as embassies. So we take the floor and address you. After the address by the State Secretary, there will be the opening address by the Dean of Ambassadors from the African Group, Her Excellency Mrs. Monique Libuto, Ambassador of Burkina Faso. After those three speeches, there will be a musical break, and that break will be conducted by a group of Danish artists called Baobab Group. They are there, they are ready, and they will entertain you. You will enjoy it, I can promise you. After the performance by the Baobab Group, there will be the official opening of the buffet. You can see over there that the various embassies of Africa have offered some buffet. There are some stands with handicraft, with food. We'll have the opportunity when time comes to taste African food. And at the same time, we'll be enjoying African music, which has been compiled on a CD. So roughly, that is the program that we are going to go through this evening. So without further delay, I would like to invite the Deputy Mayor of Frederiksberg Municipality to kindly take the floor for her welcome address. Please welcome her, please.
Poverty. We share a common heritage as humans, a cultural heritage. And thus, cultural celebration like today may be the first step of many to friendship and understanding among people born very far from each other on our planet. And today's Africa Day is just one of these small steps on the road that leads us to greater understanding between nations and peoples throughout the globe. Between Europe and Africa, and between Denmark and Benin, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Morocco, South Africa, Uganda, Libya and Egypt, and of course Algeria. And by the way, I am cheering for you guys tonight. I hope you'll do well in the soccer game later on. And the understanding and friendship between my beloved city of Frederiksberg, where we are today, and your hometowns, wherever they may be and however far away we are. So therefore, a warm welcome and thank you for the African Embassies in Denmark who has made it possible to us to celebrate this day with you. We will embrace this opportunity to broaden our horizons and to experience what African culture has to offer. Once again, welcome to Africa, and may you please have a fantastic afternoon.
Thank you. We thank the Deputy Mayor, Mrs. Catherine Lester, who has just welcomed you to this wonderful premises of Frederiksberg Municipality. Je vais aussi parler un peu français parce que nous sommes dans un environnement multilinguistique, multiculturel. Et c'est pour vous dire que la journée de l'Afrique, que nous désignons généralement sous le nom de Africa Day, c'est un moment qui nous rassemble et qui nous permet de partager beaucoup à propos de l'Afrique. Les cultures africaines, les valeurs africaines, l'artisanat. Il y a beaucoup d'opportunités, beaucoup d'avantages qu'il y a à connaître l'Afrique. Donc ceci, c'est un forum qui nous permet et qui permet à nos partenaires de mieux connaître l'Afrique. So, now, I would like to invite respectfully His Excellency Mr. Kim Jorgensen, State Secretary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Denmark. Thank you. Please welcome him.
Merci beaucoup. Excellencies, colleagues, and Deputy Mayor, and ladies and gentlemen, it was really a great pleasure to be here today and to celebrate the Africa Day of 2014. This meeting is an annual tradition, and I understand that it has been taking place in this beautiful building for at least the last 3 years, and it's a day that celebrates the strong ties that exist between Denmark and Africa. And of course, to give a speech as this, it's a little bit hard after the singing and dancing, but I hope that you will bear with me. It is my personal experience from having worked closely with the European politics for many years that despite the obvious and significant differences between our continents when it comes to history, geography and demography, Africa and Europe can learn a lot from each other. Political leaders on both our continent face challenging issues such as handling fragile situations, ensuring inclusive and green growth and regional economic integration. Our friendship is both active and broad-based, compromising foreign policy, development, cooperation and trade, of course, and increasingly, I would say, trade. At the foreign policy level, we witness an intensified African political leadership at the regional and sub-regional level, managing demanding situations and promoting regional economic cooperation and integration. Denmark strongly supports the African leadership, which champions the ongoing transformation process at the continent with a view to ensuring that Africa reaches its full potential. We have deepened our partnership to promote stability and democratization, and we strongly urge all parties in Mali and the Sahel to engage in political dialogue and reconciliation process. This November, Denmark, Somalia and the UN will host a ministerial meeting on Somalia here in Copenhagen in order to help Somalia achieve its own goal of political transition, security and financial accountability. In the field of development cooperation, we join hands with a number of African partners to eradicate extreme poverty. We work together to make the current growth in Africa inclusive, not least in order to create jobs for the young generation, and green growth to avoid exhausting the continent's natural resources. Last year, Denmark and the Economic Commission for Africa announced the Nordic African Opportunity Africa Partnership to promote inclusive and green growth. The next high-level discussion will take place at the G3GF meeting in Denmark here in Copenhagen in November. In the area of trade, we see growing win-win cooperation between Denmark and African private sector partners. Danish companies offer important strongholds in a number of areas, including green solutions in sectors such as water, energy, agriculture and environment. These strongholds match current demands in many African markets. In August this year, we opened a new Danish embassy as well as a trade office in Nigeria. This reflects our strong interest in enhanced commercial ties between Africa and Denmark and increased our strengthened trade relations with Western Africa. I would like to take this opportunity to reconfirm Denmark's strong commitment to our partnership with Africa and our continued cooperation. And of course, thank you very much for inviting me so I could both listen to the wonderful music and watch the impressive dancing. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Respectueusement inviter Son Excellence Madame Monique Dubulto, ambassadeur du Burkina Faso au Danemark, doyen du groupe africain. So it is my honor to invite Her Excellency Mrs. Dubulto, ambassador of Burkina Faso, who is the Dean of Ambassador from the African Group. Please, may you welcome her. Thank you.
Merci. Excellency, Mr. Kim Jorgensen, State Secretary for Foreign Policy, Mrs. Catherine Lester, Deputy Mayor of Fredericksburg, honorable guests, dear friends, and I want to welcome some guests coming from Africa. I mentioned Mr. Professor Charles Kwesiga, Executive Director, Uganda Industrial Research Institute, and someone coming from Cote d'Ivoire, but I have not a name. So welcome everybody. On behalf of my fellow African ambassadors resident in Copenhagen, I would like to welcome you to Africa Day 2014. Every year, on or around May 25th, the African Embassies resident in Copenhagen celebrate Africa Day. This year, due to the unavailability of this beautiful venue at the precise period, we are gathered here today, June 17, to celebrate Africa. Africa Day recalls the commitment of African leaders to work for the unity of the continent and the solidarity between their peoples. It recalls our own duty to contribute to collectively address the challenges Africa faces, such as armed conflict, climate change, and poverty. Africa Day aims to celebrate African unity and friendship between Africa and other peoples around the world. Africa Day is also an opportunity to share the rich and vibrant African culture. There is no better way to get to know each other and build friendship than sharing what best characterizes humanity, that is to say, culture. Cultural diversity creates a rich and varied world, which increases the range of choices and nurtures human capacities and values, and therefore is the mainspring of sustainable development for communities, peoples, and nations. We are pleased to gather again this year in this lovely room of Frederiksberg City Hall to share for some hours reflection on the relationship between Denmark and Africa, receipts, etc., in joy and good humor. Thank you to Frederiksberg City for welcoming us. Mrs. Lester, please convey our deep gratitude to the Mayor and the whole Council. I would like to thank the Minister of Foreign Affairs for their support and their high-level participation every year. Special thanks to you, Mr. Kim Jorgensen, State Secretary for Foreign Policy, for your words of hope about our continent. Of course, the picture is not totally bright. Conflict and violence linger here and there. Still there are beacons of hope, as Africa is more and more attractive for foreign investors. Since the beginning of this century, the current century, economic growth in Africa is of 6% on average, more than 2 times higher than the demographic rate. This relatively rapid growth rate achieved by many African countries in the last decade have raised hope that the continent is finally on the right path to economic development. We are grateful to our host country, Denmark, for the excellent bilateral relationship with each of our countries. As you know, and Mr. Lester already said, there are 10 African embassies resident in Copenhagen: Algeria, Benin, Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Egypt, Ghana, Libya, Morocco, South Africa, and Uganda. You will therefore have the opportunity this afternoon to visit 10 African countries without even moving out of Frederiksberg. We offer you to enjoy African music and food, and even its fashion. On this last point, I would like to thank the members of the African community living in Copenhagen, whose nice dresses display, hopefully with the sunny weather, the diversity and richness of African fashion. Allow me to mention some of our partners who wanted to be present in the exhibition room behind you. Do not hesitate to visit them because they will have surprises. It seems that they hold the raffle and the winners walk away with the latest iPod, in one case, a round-trip ticket to Copenhagen, Africa in the other. Thank you for coming and let us have a wonderful celebration. Thank you for your kind attention.
Merci beaucoup, Madame l'ambassadeur, doyen des ambassadeurs du groupe africain, pour son mot d'ouverture. Comme vous le voyez, la journée de l'Afrique, c'est une occasion formelle d'échanger sur l'Afrique. Mais c'est également une occasion de découvrir la beauté de l'Afrique, la joie, les danses, les musiques, il y en a beaucoup. Donc nous allons observer une autre pause musicale et cette pause sera animée par un groupe. Ce groupe est constitué de jeunes filles danoises et qui vont chanter et qui vont danser sur des sonorités sud-africaines. Donc ce groupe, à mon avis, c'est comme un pont qui relie l'Afrique au Danemark. So now we are going to enjoy a musical performance by a group of Danish girls. They are very beautiful. A group of Danish girls called Baobab. Their name is Baobab. They will come and entertain us. They will sing, they will dance on South African music. So in my point of view, this group is a kind of bridge connecting Africa to Denmark. So please may you welcome Baobab group for their performance, please.
Let's Maria, 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 ubucle, sing como sayo, sungari balin chombasa, let's Maria, ubucle, sing como sayo. Sungari bani chombasa, leti Maria, ususi patika kutenjalo, emsiniwa kontombasa, leti Maria, ususi patika kutenjalo, emsiniwa kontombasa, babere la baba. Susai, say, ooh, ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba, Susai, say, ooh, ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba, Susai, say, ooh. Susai, say, ooh, sing como sayo, leti Maria, leti Maria, ubucle, sing como sayo, leti Maria, leti Maria, ususi patika kutenjalo, emsiniwa kontombasa, leti Maria, ususi patika kutenjalo, emsiniwa kontombasa, leti Maria.
When I was young, I was between 12 and 14 years old, I went to school in Tanzania. I was the only white girl for African girls, and I so much enjoyed the singing and the songs every day, so if I had to survive in Denmark, I had to have African songs in my ears. 5 years ago, I started this group, the Baobab Singers, and we mostly sing songs from South Africa because they are beautiful and strong. And just today, I was sent our CD, which has been produced in South Africa, and we've just been out in my car listening to the first song. It was so good. There are a lot of beautiful wedding songs in South Africa. The next one is the groom's family singing that now the bride has come to our family and she's going to cook and wash our clothes. South Africa 4 times with this group, and at one point we were invited to an engagement party in a small Zulu village, and there we saw all the women going to the river to get water. This song is a Zulu song about that.
Nangusana, Humukonkote, Utabatabako, Basikwaluseni, Abo Nangusana, Nabo Dowana, Nabo Mashaila, Sia Sinteni, Bei Shaya Bei, Jabulelana. Sana esima takana ushelele sana ekabani nale udane ekabani umangusana umukonkute utabatabako basikwaluseni abongangusana Nabo Dolwana, Nabo Mashaila. Bushilele sana, ekabani nale ugane, ekabani.
Thank you. As you know, we are all looking for Nelson Mandela. Asibuna. which you show when you bicycle. You have a beautiful body. We can all learn from that. Yes. I know the ambassador of South Africa. I cannot see her. She's here. She will definitely join us. In Danish we call it numse-sangen. The bottom. Anybody else? Ready? Okay.
Thank you so much. Please, may you give a round of applause to the group again. They are wonderful. Je vois la performance de ce groupe, comme je le disais, c'est comme un pont qui connecte l'Afrique à la Scandinavie, en particulier au Danemark. So this group is a kind of bridge, as I said, that connects Africa and Denmark, particularly. We are moving ahead in the program, and now we are moving closer to another step. As you know, Africa Day is not only about dancing, about singing, about display craft. It's also about food, African cuisines. You know, there are a variety of cuisines that we can taste in Africa, and the next step is the tasting of African food. But before then, may you allow me to just quickly make an announcement concerning the artist Martin from Uganda. He's selling CDs, and if you are interested in his CDs, you can buy them at the stand of Western Union back there. Now, I would like to invite the officials, including their Excellencies ambassadors from the African group, their counterpart, the Deputy Mayor of Fredericksburg Municipality, the guest of honor, that is the State Secretary, Mr. Kim Joyensen, for the official opening of the buffet. So please, Your Excellencies, may you now get up for the opening. Thank you.
Come on. 21 years ago today, or in May this year, the leadership of African countries that were already independent or that were working towards becoming independent, they came together to plan, to talk about the fact that Africa would do better if it cooperated as a region, if we cooperated in the various ways. In a way, you might say that's the oldest idea of working as a region. I think that's when the first idea came into people's heads. So there are lots of Africans here. There are 10 African embassies, but there are many Africans from beyond the 10 embassies. So we come together each year to celebrate this, to remember this, and to re-strategize, because times have changed, to look at how best we can do this.
Thank you so much, Ma. I can see you are having the African attire here. Could you please tell our viewer what is this clothing you are putting on?
This is a Pedi tradition, one of the South African cultures. There are 9 African cultures in South Africa, so today I'm dressed as a Pedi woman. Even though I'm Zulu myself, and sometimes I dress like a Zulu or a Xhosa or a Venda, I just choose one of the others.
Wow, it's excellent.
So a married woman in the Pedi culture would dress like I'm dressed.
Oh, it's lovely. And we saw you dancing to this beautiful song from South Africa. What is this type of the song, man?
That was a traditional song. Songs that we sing at weddings or on happy occasions. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate. Thank you.
Aujourd'hui, c'est le 51e anniversaire de la création de l'Union africaine, de l'organisation de l'unité africaine qui est devenue Union africaine. C'est la fête que nous commémorons. Les ambassades ici sont rassemblées pour fêter. La fête devait avoir lieu le 25 mai, mais pour des raisons de programme de leur volonté, la fête a lieu aujourd'hui. Je souhaite bonne fête à tout le monde. Merci.
Est-ce que vous souhaiterez encore montrer plus l'Afrique? Est-ce que vous souhaiterez encore montrer plus l'Afrique dans le monde entier?
Oui. Que la paix règne en Afrique et que le développement suive. Merci beaucoup. Oui.
It's Justin Kudu from Côte d'Ivoire Embassy.
Can you tell us what we are celebrating today?
We are celebrating Africa Day. Africa Day is an event which promotes African culture, food, culture, and tradition.
Can you tell us a bit about your country?
My country is Côte d'Ivoire. It is 23 million people, and is in West Africa. The capital is Abidjan. We have a lot of culture, music, and food in my country. If you know a famous singer, his name is Alpha Blondy, and Tikenja, and Magic System, and Didier Drogba, football players, is Didier Drogba's country.
And you people won your first match, your first African country to win this match for the World Cup.
Okay, you know, in Côte d'Ivoire, we like one people, you know. And in West Africa, we have a relationship with all the countries in Africa.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
First, my name is Samuel for Afroscandic, and today I have with me
Genevieve Cham.
Genevieve, you are here at the African Day in Denmark. Can you tell us why you are here today?
I'm here today because whenever I hear about the African culture, I'm always very grateful about it, because African culture is very vast and it's a very rich culture and it's a very nice culture. We are always very happy when we want to do our culture things, because we are not ashamed of anything. We don't care where we come from. from. Our culture, it's what matters for us, and and where we come from. We are also proud to be in Denmark. I mean, to promote our culture in another country, so that the people will see that our culture is a very good culture, so they can also copy some things from us which they don't have here, and we can also follow some of their cultures here in Denmark.
That is really great. Can you tell us where you come from in Africa and some culture that people that are listening to us can hear about your culture?
Actually, I'm from Cameroon in the West Africa. We are neighboring country with Nigeria. We are almost having the same culture all over the West Africa. Actually, in Cameroon, our way of dressing, dancing, our food is almost the same. So whenever we meet each other in Denmark as foreigners, we are always very friendly to each other. We like our culture. We do a lot of cultural activities, especially in Cameroon. We organize some. We have some organizations here, which is called ACAD. It's organized by Cameroonians in Denmark, and where I come from is the northwest part of Cameroon, called Bamenda. We also have what they call Kamnowat. So we are actually promoting a lot of things. We actually performed a lot of cultural things here in Denmark. We have some dances, we have some things we also organize here where we go and dance sometimes just to promote our cultural.
Beautiful. That is excellent. That is excellent. Could you please tell us lastly, what do you do here in Denmark and how do you promote the culture in Denmark?
Actually, I'm a pedagogue, as the Danish people say, but actually it's an kindergarten teacher. I actually promote my culture by sometimes coordinating some dance in the African songs and dances, especially to the Danish children, so they can also learn other cultures.
Thank you for your time. It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Bonsoir madame.
Vous allez bien?
Ça va très bien, merci.
Je m'excuse de vous demander pourquoi nous sommes là aujourd'hui.
Merci beaucoup pour votre question. Vous savez, chaque année, les ambassades africaines accréditées près le Royaume du Danemark organisent une journée consacrée à l'Afrique afin de donner plus de visibilité au continent africain ici au Danemark. Donc cette année encore, les ambassades africaines se sont retrouvées pour organiser ce que nous appelons la journée de l'Afrique en français et puis Africa Day en anglais. C'est une journée au cours de laquelle les ambassades africaines exposent les objets d'art de leurs pays respectifs et les cuisines de chaque pays et d'autres richesses culturelles et touristiques afin de donner plus de visibilité, de mieux faire connaître l'Afrique en Scandinavie en général et au Danemark en particulier. Vous savez, dans ces pays, il y a beaucoup de gens qui n'ont pas une bonne connaissance de l'Afrique. Donc Africa Day est un forum, une plateforme qui permet de donner plus de visibilité au continent et d'amener ces personnes à mieux connaître l'Afrique afin que l'Afrique soit vue sous un autre angle dans le monde.
Je suis très contente d'apprendre tout ça là, mais qu'est-ce que vous pensez du futur encore?
Nous pensons que le futur de l'Afrique, en tout cas, sera meilleur. Et tout s'annonce bien sur le continent africain. C'est vrai que par-ci, par-là, il y a quelques difficultés du point de vue politique, du point de vue économique, mais des efforts soutenus sont faits de manière générale par les gouvernements africains afin de faire évoluer le continent. Parce que n'oublions pas, l'Afrique dispose de beaucoup d'opportunités, de beaucoup de richesses naturelles, des richesses du sous-sol. L'Afrique a beaucoup à offrir au monde. Et selon les prévisions, l'Afrique est le futur pôle de croissance mondiale. Donc il est très important que les efforts de développement soient concentrés sur l'Afrique afin que le monde entier également puisse en profiter.
Qu'est-ce que vous penserez de demander aux Danois pour les Africains?
Pardon?
Qu'est-ce que vous penserez de demander aux Danois en faveur des Africains?
Oh, les Danois ont toujours été des partenaires très importants des pays africains et à divers égards. Les Danois sont en effet présents en Afrique à travers leurs représentations diplomatiques, mais ils sont également présents en Afrique à travers leurs différentes sociétés qui exercent, qui opèrent sur le continent africain. Pour vous donner un seul exemple, vous connaissez très bien Maersk Line, qui est une grosse compagnie maritime danoise, mais qui opère partout dans le monde et en particulier en Afrique. Donc les Danois doivent continuer à soutenir les efforts de développement de l'Afrique tout en établissant un partenariat gagnant-gagnant. C'est du gagnant-gagnant. Les Africains donnent, ils reçoivent en retour. Les Danois donnent, ils reçoivent en retour. Donc c'est cela que nous attendons des partenaires danois et de tous les autres partenaires d'ailleurs, parce que dans le monde, aucun pays n'agit par philanthropie en tant que tel. C'est qu'il faut donner la possibilité à chaque État de pouvoir tirer un profit des échanges et des rapports qu'il a avec les autres pays du monde. Donc pour résumer, je crois que nos partenaires danois, ils le font d'ailleurs, devraient poursuivre les efforts d'assistance aux différents pays africains et surtout les efforts de la mise en place de partenariats gagnant-gagnant entre les différents pays.
Je vous remercie beaucoup. Je suis très contente de votre réponse. Puis je vous remercie et souhaitons que nous nous rencontrons ici.
some people who are going to. Are you ready to dance? Some people can dance here.